Now you're gonna go here to that. Okay. No, there's technically no goalies, but you can have somebody in the back to stop blocking the shield. Yeah. And remember, you can only use your feet and your heads and your chest and your shoulders and your hands. Alright, let's basic Anaconda choke, you guys. Okay, remember we were working on darces, and darce is going from the armpit out to the neck, right? Now we're going the other way from the neck to the armpit. Okay, we're gonna go arm in. Actually, before we even get to our darce chokes, let's just review our guillotine with the arm in. Okay, and then I got a couple of tricks that we can show off of this too. But once we get to here, I'm gonna get my grip. I wanna make sure that I keep her arm kind of turned in using my grip. Okay. And then the size difference makes a difference here. But as I go to roll back, notice how I'm not pulling her right into me. I kind of want to be off to the side a little bit, right? If I have her here, I feel like I could really sink the choke in better, and I could kind of pull her across. So I'm gonna do a couple things. As I go to set my choke, I'm gonna take this foot, hook it into her hip. This leg's going over her back. But what I'm gonna do with my hands is I'm going to use this hand to pull this one through and up. As I go to sit back for my choke. How you feeling?
I'm tired.
We're gonna use that same type of grip or similar grip for our chokes as the class goes on. But this is where we're gonna do our warm-up review from Monday. And you guys can start here, just from seated. Doesn't have to be nothing special. Front headlock with the arm. You wanna make sure the arm is nice and deep through. Use the outside arm to kind of help assist pushing through. Hook the hip. I wasn't even pulling yet, woman.
Hit my jaw. It was tight.
That sounds like an excuse.
No, it was tight.
It was more of a face lock.
No, it was showing my teeth.
Good, I hope I can help her.
I don't want my teeth to fall out.
Then maybe you should wear a fucking mouth guard. How's that?
Better.
More choke?
More choke.
Because it just felt like tap to me, so I don't know. All right, so let's review that really quick for like a minute or two, and then we'll review the Anaconda, and then we'll do some dope shit with the Anaconda grips. Let's get it. Get her arm across and control. Remember, I'm controlling low on the tricep because this is where I have the most leverage. I'm not trying to be up here by the armpit. Okay, if I'm up here, move your arm. Okay, if I'm on the elbow, move your arm. And she can keep fighting all she wants, but all I'm gonna do from here, I could set one hook in. I'm going to keep everything as tight as I can, so I'm pulling up and pulling back, so retracting the shoulder blade and hanging her up. Okay, I'm gonna hit just your regular half butterfly sweep. When I get to here, I'm gonna do almost like a cobra pose. I'm gonna drop my hips and stick my chest out and squeeze and pull for the choke. It may or may not work on everybody, but you don't know until you try it. You good? Want to do it again? Or you good?
I can do it again.
Does anybody need to see it again?
I need to see the sweep.
Still on the sweep? Okay. Check this out.
Where's your leg?
Right here.
Butterfly.
It's a half butterfly sweep. So if you watch what I'm doing just with her legs. Okay? I'm just kicking her leg up and over. Okay? And then the grip is a front headlock, controlling the lower tricep. Okay? Controlling the lower tricep. Put those together. Don't let go. Don't sacrifice my grip at all. Okay, and then I'm gonna just sink and pull. Where's my choke?
So the tricep is your lever. You grab your hand.
And I'm putting my belly into it so it smashes it through. So I'm dropping all my weight. So I'm basically doing a cobra pose pretty much for yoga. All right, any questions? Drill it.
Scotty got me singing it.
Who wants to see your ass, girl? Over here.
Okay.
Everybody does.
No, they don't. Okay. All right. For headlock, setting up the same grip, low on the tricep, right? Now punch your butt at them. More. Okay. I have two options for breakdown. I can reach and grab the lower part of the leg, or I can knee tap, whichever is more available depending on their base, right? I'm able to grab here, so I'm gonna use that. I'm just gonna drive into a side control. Okay, holding onto that tricep still. And then I'm just gonna sink my hips and pull up on her head. If I wanted to make it a little bit worse, I could try cradling her so she can't bridge. And God forbid she gives me the opportunity to cross her legs. It's gonna be even worse. Okay, and then just so you know I'm not being a dick. Let's see, oh, he's cutting his nails. You, sir. Ooh, his hair smells so good. Okay. So, I'm gonna knee tap. God, this motherfucker's gonna give me a goddamn chainsaw. Okay, I'm gonna knee tap and drive. Notice I'm driving him toward the camera a little bit. Now, somebody, I'm gonna need a fucking toe chain here. But I'm going to try to put him on his back and pull up on his head. Bro, you gotta tap. Yeah, when you tap, you can't do this. You gotta. Because I won't do. Well, I won't feel it if you're just saying, I love you, coach. I won't. You gotta tap like a man, bro. You got those big old fucking goddamn catcher's mitts. Use them. Okay? Got yourself. One more.
Great.
There you go. Bro!
They're indestructible.
Okay. VA glasses. They're government issues, so you know they're indestructible. Okay, same thing, you guys. Feed the arm across. I'm gonna knee tap on him, drive him towards Scotty, run the side control, pull up on the head and squeeze. And there's my choke. I can cradle the far side leg for effect. Just in case he's trying to shrimp crawl, I can pull that leg off the ground to make it harder for him to do it. But he changed color pretty quick, so it works. All right, let's give it a try. Kind of have that in our grappling IQ, but if you're not familiar with that, as you put them in side control, you're responsible for you gotta think, you're holding on to that arm. If I see that it's high, I can push it down. If it's low, I can just kind of guide it as I need to, as I go to put my weight on, right? And then for the big guys who can't finish it, switch to the chin and pull the head off to the side to finish. Did anybody have a hard time finishing it holding onto the arm? Besides these two. Everybody else was able to get it pretty good? Okay. Can you show them really quickly the modification? Whoever felt like they had it good. Just that way, if you run this scenario where you got somebody who's really big and you can't hold onto the arm.
It's because I got short arms too, so it's like I have to come here, break it down, and then
They need to be able to see what your hand is doing.
sorry,
So,
sorry.
yeah, they like your ass, bro, but they gotta see. So, point Mandy's head that way.
Okay, sorry. Do this again. Small. That's what the whole thing is. So from here.
So you're grabbing the arm, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're breaking them down.
Bring him down. Coming this way.
Okay, pay attention, pay attention.
So then I'm repositioning his arm under my stomach, grabbing his chin, and then. Sorry.
Oh, he's really grabbing his jaw and like.
Yep, that's it. That's a move that we do anyway.
Leaving it here.
Yeah.
I just put my what is the shit called?
Yeah, your cutting bone. Yeah.
But you just like grabbing.
Well, because you got long arms, man. I'm doing like a T-Rex, bro. I gotta.
Yeah, this is for if you can't hold on to the arm.
But I can still work with it. You get me?
Yeah. Yeah, and in the end, as long as you understand conceptually how to set up the attack, that's the more important thing. But that's for, again, if you got somebody who's big,
For us big
or
back
two
brothers.
big guys, he showed that you need to control the arm, and then that neck crank that you're adding into it, it is a neck crank, but it's opening the side of the neck to allow that arm to sink in more. And you notice he was live toes and he was using his chest and the top of his stomach to push that arm in. So there's still a choke with the neck crank, and then you got that pull pressure happening on the socket of the shoulder. All that shit's uncomfortable. Okay, so let's see. Fuck, it's already gonna be 7:30. All right, go get a drink and we'll do one more technique, guys. Get some water. Goes on top of it, but we'll see. So who's your
See if I might not jack it up. It's been a while since I
Yeah,
talked
you're good,
to somebody come out. I don't care. It's fine.
Get the fuck out there, son. You know the
I got it.
You know the deal. You signed on the line. Let's go.
Okay, stop, right? Okay, so no, the other way, just like this. So like we're attacking from turtle or from the front like this.
Okay, we're going in at the neck and we're coming out on this side right here, right? So if I'm gonna come in right here, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to push this arm across, because what I wanna get is this. I wanna get to this grip right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push in, and sometimes we have trouble breaking them down. I'm gonna push, and then I'm gonna gator roll her. I'm not gonna keep my head right here on the side, because then she's gonna land on my dome and it's gonna be stupid, you know what I mean? And it helps get your arm through more. I wanna stick my head all the way in here into that hole and follow through when I do the roll. So if I'm pushing right here, I could come in and I'm gonna duck my head in and bring her through, and then I'm just gonna walk towards her feet as I'm squeezing. And it gets tight quick, tight quick. So if I don't duck my head in, when we go to do that roll, she's gonna land on my head and everything's just gonna be kind of funny. So you gotta really put your head in the hole.
It hurts if you roll on your head.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks. So we're gonna control, boom, I'm gonna control, come through from the neck, come out this way. I'm gonna try to pull this across just like we've been doing the whole time. And I can come right here and get the grip. And sometimes if they're big, you can't get the grip. Then I'm just gonna follow my arm through, pull this and follow through and get the grip as I'm coming out. I end up with it right here anyway, right? I'm just gonna suck it and walk towards her. And it gets tight fast. And everything else is the same. Tracting our shoulder blades, taking a deep breath. All that's gonna help finish the squeeze at the end. Everything we can do to minimize having to use all that power is gonna help us in the end and get the tap faster. Anybody need to see again? Cool. All right, 1, 2.
All right, as much as possible. Okay? So I come through here, and I'm gonna get this grip, and I'm gonna hold that clamp on her lower arm there. Everything else is the same as Scotty was saying, right? So I'm gonna roll through here, right? Now go ahead and turn to your side just for the purpose of the drill. Sit back with me. So here we land here, right? Now I might not be able. Oh, I can reach. If she is trying to fight and pull her arm out, I'm gonna use my knee to put more pressure on her arm to keep it down. Now, my fat ass stomach is in the way to make it look really good, but I showed it to a couple guys already, and they were able to put extra pressure to get to here. So what I want you to do is when you land on your side, keep that squeeze pressure here, use your knee to help bring the arm down, then switch to your figure 4 and finish the choke from there. That way, when you go to roll somebody, you know that their arm is secured the whole time. Let me see somebody with longer arms. It'll probably still look ugly. Let's go back one. Over here, or this one. I'm sorry, this back. All right, so okay, I'm palm up, breaking it down, going through the hole. All right. I didn't change my grip. I didn't loosen anything at all. Okay, I'm gonna use my leg to try and push his elbow down. Okay, if I can, and then to the best of my ability, I want to try to figure 4. And if I can't grab my bicep, then I can grab my forearm at least and still finish. I can go here, I can go here, or I could just try to keep this grip and bring the knee in and still squeeze there. Okay, if you have to. But I would prefer the figure 4. But use your knee to get the leg, or to get the arm pressured, then slide into it. Any questions? Let's try like that.